Okay, let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. I wanted to... Hmm, that's awkward. Cool. Where is it? No.
World of Final Fantasy.
I need to exit out of this and go back into it. Because it's the one downside is it acts up. There we go. Okay, that fixed it. Let's fix that problem there. And here we go. Yeah. No. Streamlabs was hidden behind it. So when the thing hid, I couldn't see Streamlabs anymore. Great. Okay, that's better now. I fixed it anyway. Alright.
World of Final Fantasy.
I'll have to be quiet for the first bit anyway because it's cutscene heavy at the start, but it's funny.
Prologue. Awake at last.
I've played not.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Don't actually remember if this cutscene's in the original version of this, or if they added this in Maxima. I'll find out anyway.
Time to wake up.
Oh, that was a quick game. They're both dead. Let's see.
What a nap.
A little PlayStation on the counter.
Oh, right.
It's neat.
I gotta get to work. Oh, am I gonna make it? The boss hates when I'm late. And again, it's not like business has picked up any.
We. Yeah, so
The streets sure are quiet today.
we'll get to the thing on my head in a second because that's yeah, we don't talk about it for a few minutes because he doesn't acknowledge it, so we don't talk about it.
Hey, I'm here. Huh? How'd she get in if no one's here yet? Good morning. I'm real sorry. I hope you haven't been waiting long.
Huh?
Right. She needs some water.
Oh, no thanks. A pint. I mean, a cup of coffee, please. Oh, and bring the whole jar of sugar. I'm gonna need it.
Right. That's 1 cup of Joe. And I'll get you one of the big jars. Has nobody made the coffee yet? Come on, get it together, guys. I'm sorry, miss. This might take a while.
Hey, no hurry. Time's not an issue.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Sure.
That's a lot of sugar. So much sugar.
There you are! Lon!
Keep it down, Wayne. How about acting your age, huh?
Hey, don't talk down to me. Listen, last time I checked, little bro, I've been around a few minutes longer than you.
Okay. I get it already. Very sorry.
Yeah, so this is Rain and this is Lon.
So, what's up? I'm all ears.
Well, you don't have to get all sarcastic.
Oh, here we go.
You really are all ears.
What?
Forget it. So, Lon, have you seen anybody this morning?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm looking right at you, aren't I? And there's that customer.
What? Ah! Oh, hello.
You didn't even see her? Dude.
Yeah, but... Ah! Look! Come with me right now!
Easy! Ow, 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 ow.
Woo, suspicious. Suspicious coffee mug. Yeah, this game is quirky.
There's nobody here!
So, it's a quiet morning. Maybe they just...
I mean no one!
Huh?
Yeah.
Lon, have you bumped into anyone today besides her?
now that you mention it, I guess not.
And this isn't setting off any alarms?
Well, should it?
Yeah, long, slow.
You two really don't remember a thing.
Very, very slow.
Huh? What was that? Who are you? If you're from around town, then I don't know you.
Rain, manners.
You two really don't remember a thing. Would you please just answer my question? You can call me Anna Crow. Anna Crow will work. Okay, well, we woke up to a ghost town this morning. Maybe you know why? Yes, you're quite alone. But you always have been. Huh? This world, it's always been the two of you. A world without time. One that ended when it began.
What? That's the weirdest thing I've heard.
But don't worry. Just because the world ended doesn't mean that it's going anywhere. You know, I have been checking up on you two. Until now, you were nothing but blank stares. So imagine my surprise when Lon took my order. What a morning. Okay. Now you're kind of scaring me. So, now that you're awake, we've got a story to tell. Which brings us to... Tama, right to here!
Who the hell put this thing in my
There we go.
Yeah, I did try to mention it before. You take it from here. I'll go on ahead and link up a path. You the got it! Huh? Hey, you can't just leave.
I love Tama. Tama just gets better as the game goes on.
Salutations! The name is Tama, and I'm here to help out. Does anyone have any questions?
Wait, I've got tons of questions. Why were you sitting on my head? And how the hell can a fox even talk?
That's seriously the first thing on your mind? Now I see why Anna Crow is just about ready to throw in the towel.
We're not allowed to be confused?
Hey, whoa, take it easy there, Lon.
I thought you were upset
Let's
too.
start the over. I'll make us some the coffee. Oh, yes please.
But I already made some coffee before you got here. How can you just roll with this, Rain?
Chew the owl. You lived much longer. Yeah, you shouldn't start out your morning with so much stress. Would you like some sugar? 3 cubes for you, right, Lon?
Huh?
I'm good with just one.
No.
Okay, I'll have to go and put the coffee on.
But I just said I... You know what? Just give me my dang cup of coffee.
Yep. This is how this game goes for the most part. Dawn is really, really slow, so it's funny.
Me and Rain?
That's the correct. The marks on your arms are proof. You were born to work the miracles. Miracles? Our arms can do that?
Dude.
How could you forget? You used to command a whole legion of them. You were masters of them, powerful living illusions known as mirages. In the fact, even the Pleiad answered to you, and those are the 7 strongest mirages of all. With their power, you could have ruled over all the world. Oh. So, we could have ruled the world? Because, what, we controlled these mirages? Well, that's what I've heard.
From who?
What do you mean? In a crow that told me, of course. But enough the reminiscing. I've got to teach you two to use mirages again.
What? How's that?
First off, I'm going to present you with my very own Prismarium.
So what does it do?
With this Prismarium, the mirage inside becomes yours.
It's a Pokeball inside a box.
Everything you command. So let's try it right now in glorious combat.
Wait. What? Huh?
Sudden battle is sudden. It's quite literally a Pokeball.
Okay, go ahead and throw some attacks out there. To take action, you need to spend something called action points, also known as AP. You automatically gain a little bit of AP each the time your turn comes around in battle. The amount of AP you need depends on what you're trying to do, so make sure you use them wisely.
Active time battles, ATB, yeah. So it's using the same format. It uses the same format that was introduced in Final Fantasy 12. For the most part. No, not Final Fantasy 12. 9. Yeah, because it's not turn-based. It's based on how fast your characters are. So yeah, this is that's the basic menu. I don't have that up. I actually have it set to use the classic menu because I prefer to use it. Or not. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I prefer using this because, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, so action points and stuff like that. You can. These images are slightly spoilerish because you have the they show. They show stuff that we don't have the ability to do yet. I'm gonna fast forward a bit. So, yeah, we're gonna attack again. And attack again. B abilities. Fox Libra. Because I want to get this. You. Yeah. Lon doesn't have any abilities as the game goes on. He learns them through. Yeah, you can change stuff like music and battle mode and stuff like that. So it's cool. Classic battle menu. Yeah. I really need to set that back to that because I prefer that one. Let's finish this off with a Foxfire. Haha, nice.
We did it!
Yeah, so it's a pretty straightforward game.
To figure it out yet? The two of you were unsurpassed. No, the Mirage could stand up to you.
Dude, seriously?
Dude, seriously.
It's hard to believe. I'm sure it is. As far as I can tell, you two have lost everything. All the memories and experience you've ever accumulated. Oh, but wait. Of course that would have happened when you and this world were spliced out. Huh?
So not only did they lose the Mirages they had, they've been stripped of all their memories of the Mirages too? But I guess that explains why all their other memories seem to be largely unaffected.
What? Listen, let me show you something. There, just beyond this light, lies another world called Grimoire. That is where you'll find all the mirages you've lost.
You mean they're all inside this gate?
You got it. Are you ready to conquer them again? So, if we do manage to find all the lost mirages, does that mean we'll be able to remember the things we forgot? Well, I don't know about that. After all, you lost your memories. It's not the same thing as forgetting them. Oh. But, even if you don't remember Grimoire, Grimoire still knows a lot about you. You're certain to find traces and records of your past.
Okay, so like...
You're saying whether we remember anything about ourselves or not, we can still find clues about our past and the things we've done? Correct. And if you keep on gathering mirages, I think you might even meet your family in due time. Our family?
Huh? Well, I guess it does make sense that we'd have parents.
Oh yes. So then, you going? You going? Will you journey to Grimoire?
And anime opening. Would I like to save my progress? Well, yes. Yes, I'm playing this off Steam, but I've played like through pretty much all of the original game on PlayStation. So when it came out, so Well, I say when it came out, I wasn't playing on Vita, I played it on PlayStation 4.
So, this must be Grimoire.
Let's see.
What?
Lon, you look like such a little dweeb.
Oh, I know, we look ridiculous.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure that's how everybody in this world must look. Inna Crow just wanted to make sure you had a nice and a handy way of blending in.
Wow, she can do stuff like that?
That is awesomely weird.
Well, this kind of works out. We won't have anybody gawking at our arms.
Way to find the silver lining.
Yep. So, Lilikin and Giants. In Grimoire, smaller people are called Lilikin, and taller people are called Giants. You can switch between them, so it's pretty straightforward, actually. But it actually does affect combat. So, depending on what way you start up, it affects which things. Yeah. Which
I
format.
guess we should head straight down this path.
So, no, this one. There you go. Config. Where is Battle Menu Classic? There. Has this messed with the sound that I had set up as well? No, it kept that. And yet, didn't keep. Yeah, all the Coliseum tickets. We will be abusing that greatly.
What? We're not gonna get lost. Yet?
Yeah, Lon's an idiot.
Oh, hello. I spy another mirage.
That is the call to Choco Chick. What are you waiting for? Go on and imprison the it.
Okay.
Let's go catch the Pokemon. I'm not sure it's a Pokemon, but it's pretty much the thing. I think, thankfully, this cutscene does not always happen. Also, I was not in giant form. So,
What now? First,
Yep.
you're going to need this.
It looks sort of like a prismarium. What is it?
That's the call to Prism. Use it to make the Choco Chick's Prismarium. Every time you find a new the Mirage you haven't seen before, it'll be recorded in Enna Crow's special Mirage manual.
Whoa! Does it even have pictures?
You the betcha. And then whenever you add a new Mirage to the manual, you receive one of its prisms. But only the first time, mind you. Okay, first, try the weakening the Choco Chick. Then you use your prism.
yeah, so as I was saying, it basically explains this is every time you encounter a new one, you get basically what a Pokeball specially designed for that creature. So imprisoning mirages. In order to imprison a mirage, you'll need an empty prism compatible with that mirage. Some good news. Yeah, that's basically what I said. Why doesn't she just hand them all over? Well, where's the fun in that? Besides, she doesn't do bulk orders. Don't worry, you'll be able to find almost every mirage you meet eventually. But be sure to take time to get to know the friends you have before getting the new ones. So basically saying, don't rush it, because yeah. Mirage and battle, you'll be able to closely recap. You start with empty prism, imprisoning, but yeah, it's basically just explaining, weaken it to kill it, and yeah. This is all the things. So you have the normal Final Fantasy elements, fire, ice, thunder, wind, water, earth, light, and dark, and you have some status elements that we'll go over later, and some buffs and debuffs. I did not use that, but okay. So Chocochick. Yeah, so if you attack it, so each creature has a specific thing that you need to do to create to be able to attack it, to be able to catch it. So if you use physical attacks on Chocochick, you're able to catch it. There are other ones where you have to add a debuff to them, which is why you need to have like a huge range of stuff. So by attack.
There! A Prism Tunity! claim that mirage for your own. Go on! The Select the Prism command! You might have to try different things before certain mirages will let down their guard and then give you a chance to imprison them. Think the outside of the box.
Yeah, so prism tunity. It's basically what I explained already. Just you have to attack it. I'm just gonna fast forward this because it's slow. There you go. Imprison Choco Chick. Thankfully, these things don't break, so you have one until it's used successfully. So
You did it! Now that the Choco Chick is inside the Prismarium, it's yours to the keep.
Well, that ought to do it.
Oh yeah!
Choco Chick. So view abilities. So the question marks there are ones it'll actually evolve. So you're actually able to evolve. You're able to evolve into newer, into stronger ones. Given that this Choco Chick, you'll be able to evolve into a Chocobo in the end. And you can also nickname them. For the time being, I'm going to leave them as default. You can change the name later. I think. It's been a while.
Cool! I can see the Choco Chick running around in the Prismarium.
Pretty neat, huh? Next, why don't you have a go at stacking that Choco Chick on your head? Here, watch, I'll just show you.
Oh, now I get it. So when I saw you perched on Lon's head back in Ninewood Hills, that's what you call stacking.
Yep, that's the right. While I'm up to here, I get to take it nice and easy.
Is that stacking or slacking?
When you create a stack, the HP of everyone in the stack gets the added together. Like they say, strength in the numbers.
Oh, so it's like combining into a super robot.
Better yet, your magic and other abilities have the potential to change too. It all depends on how your stack is configured.
Huh? Oh, I don't need any action figures when I get to blast out super attacks like a super robot.
Well, just be careful. Stacking doesn't make you invincible. Some of the enemy attacks have the power to unstack you.
In other words, bye-bye super robot, so to speak.
Yowzers. It does sound like bad news.
It's true that we are individually the weaker when we're unstacked, but look on the brighter side. Since we each get our own turn in battle, we can use the extra moves to have one member attack and another the heal. It can be very helpful. Depending on the situation, you might even decide to unstack yourselves by choice. Think carefully and choose the best setup for the job.
Yeah, should I stack? So, when you stack mirages, the stats such as HP of all stack members are combined. For your abilities, you may also transform. Stacking with Right Buddy gives you access to new and powerful skills and magic. You're always more powerful in a stack than you are fighting apart. But the one downside is weaknesses. So you also share the weaknesses of some of the so if say Choco Chick is weak to ice. So if it's in the stack, if you don't have someone who has who balances out that weakness, you gain that weakness. Stack setup, so you can set up the stack from the menu. As you can see, you have different sizes. There's different sizes. So Lan and Ren are assigned sizes of small, medium, and large. So when they're in their giant form, they're registered as large, and when they're Lilkin, they're medium.
By the way, you two can switch between giant size and Lillikin size. Depending on your size, you can make
Different stacks. Yep. Choco Chick. Because
you aren't allowed to put big things on top of the small things when creating a stack. So, to get on top of a mirage, you need to be in Lillikin form. The best way to learn is to try it once you've rounded up a few more mirages. You'll pick it up in no time.
yeah, So that's pretty sure. The game does a really good way of explaining this.
There's nowhere else to go. What are we gonna do?
Never the fear! Look closely. This may appear to be a wall, but it's actually a gimme golem.
Is this a mirage too?
Not in the traditional sense of the word, but you'll see these pests all over Grimoire. And unless you give them what they want, they'll give you a hard time and block the way.
So what is it they want?
It really depends on the gimme golem. So the first thing you'll have to do is examine it.
Basically, they're just blockages of the path, and it makes you go out of your way to look for stuff. So it wants a luster leaf.
So where do we find that?
That choco chick you just imprisoned ought to be able to track down what we need. But first things the first, you're going to have to unlock the right ability on the choco chick's the Mirage board.
Yeah, so using Mirage boards to power up. Each Mirage has its own Mirage board, a special chart that packs with new powers and potential. Abilities and stat boosts each place on the board poses a new surprise, so you can unlock skills and stuff like that. So, some spaces on the Mirage board can't be unlocked until you meet special conditions, so you have to be like, say level something, or you have to have a certain sync rate or something, like that. And, you know, you have to have the ability to stroll as well, to find stuff. So, we're just gonna go to Mirage boards, and we want to go into here, Choco Chick. So, as you can see, Choco Chick has these two big boxes behind it, which is what it'll evolve into when it's bigger. So we want to learn Stroll, and we want to learn. We'll probably want to keep our abilities for a minute so we can get Cure later. And Tama actually has 4, so because Tama starts with some, so a lot of the creatures can actually learn Cure, thankfully. And its one is locked behind a question mark, so we don't have the conditions to make me to do that one. But if we go to Choco Chicks, and we go down here, it only has to reach level 10 before it can evolve. And that one we have to obtain a Mirage board, someone else's Mirage board. So, we're going to Tama's, and we're going to get some HP up this time, and then that's it. So that'll give us one spot closer to Cure. Now, so let's see.
Choco Chick's come along for a stroll.
Yeah, so when
We found something.
using the Stroll ability, Choco Chick can find items hidden. Most of the time it's the gimme golem stuff, so it's pretty much only used for that, but later on you get other abilities that are similar to it that are helpful.
Whoa, it vanished.
That's so cool. I guess the Choco Chick found us just the item we needed.
Yep. With the help of a Mirage or the two, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. And Mirage boards are for much more than unlocking abilities. You can also use them to change your Mirages into new and powerful forms.
Yeah, that.
So be sure to keep on the leveling up and working on your Mirage boards. Pretty soon you'll be bouncing and trouncing across Grimoire like a pair of the pros.
Whoop. Treasure chest. Potions. Yeah.
So, Tama, I noticed Mirages disappear when we defeat them. Why is that?
Most of the Mirages you see in Grimoire don't actually technically belong. And so, when one of you guys gives them the old KO, they can't maintain their presence here anymore. They fizzle out and go back to their own worlds.
Huh. Wait. Now, that's weird. Who Who was it that told me all this before? Ugh, it's like right there on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, you see the ominous box? Just remember, Lon's an idiot.
Now what's this?
This is the Kata Mercrift. Inside you're the likely to find mirages that are, shall we say...
Mirages? Oh man, let's go catch them.
Like I said, idiot.
This one's not very cute.
Yeah, Merkers are scary but true. Merkers are home to strange, rare, and usually very dangerous mirages. If you explore one, make sure that you're fully prepared before diving in. Yeah, fully prepared, Lon. Fully prepared.
Lon! Why did you... Now what do we do? I tried to tell you. Inside Mercrifts, you're likely to find mirages that are the strong and dangerous.
You tried to tell us. Try a little harder, please.
And then we're fighting Bahamut. Not Bahamut, Behemoth. Have to distinguish between those two. Yeah, so we're fighting Behemoth. You quite literally cannot do anything. This thing, you're meant to lose this battle. So like attacking it basically does nothing. Like it has the auto ability counter that does like 700 damage. You can't win. So yeah. So you're meant to die there.
Oh no. Did you two die already?
What? I died? But that's... no way.
Maybe it's true. That mirage in the Mercrift did kinda...
Well, I'm still alive.
Yes. That's because someone intervened. Right at the moment of your demise. And made it so the battle never happened.
Wow, you can really do that?
Of course. Although Tama's the one who does it.
That's the right. I have the power to rewind time a little, and then to whisk you to safety. Although, it costs me a life to do it, so I hope you don't mind if I rest for a little the while afterwards.
A life?
You might not believe it, but I've actually got multiple lives. Back there, I had to sacrifice one of those lives to turn back time and to save you. You see, this girl with the ribbon that showed up in my dreams, she's the one who taught me how to do it.
That makes zero sense and kind of freaks me out, but Tama, I'm impressed.
Thanks! Oh, but just so you know, I can only use my powers to protect the two of you specifically, and only if you lose a fight, like what happened to you in the Mercrift. Oh, yeah! And I can always recover my lives if you stay here and let me rest a spell. So, don't forget to give me a breather before I run out of second chances.
Dude, you got it. Say no more. Rest yourself silly.
Yes, sir!
Thanks, Tama. We really owe you one. Especially Lon, who didn't have the good sense to listen before diving in.
Yeah, so basically if you die, they have a story reason as to why you survive, which is basically Tama reversing time.
Hey, who's that?
Oh, if you mean our new guest, she claims to have gotten herself lost. Go say hello. She's quite the character.
Okay.
The real
Where'd she
question
go?
is how she got here from the outside world when it's no easy trick. She must have experience crossing between planes.
Well, given who this character is, that's not surprising. So, for anyone who's played the... Well, I'll wait till we see who it is, and then you'll see.
So, she's over at North Promenade. Oh, wow. She's so tiny. Is she, what's the word again? Lilican?
This
Chocobocolina!
is Chocobo Kalina.
Good. More or less.
You know, what a nice, quiet place.
Oh,
So who are the you?
Oh, you can call me Choco Latte.
Yeah, this is Chocolina from Final Fantasy 13 2 and Lightning Returns.
Huh?
I do have this funny knack for winding up in strange places.
cool.
Oh, right! Care to shop? I've got the goods. Chocoboco ching!
Yeah, so basically this is where you can buy items. Chocolina is a bit of a weird one. Alright, so you can buy a few different things. You have, we only have like 100 gills at the moment, it's pointless. You can buy stuff that inflicts, you know, different status abilities or gives you buffs, so it's, she gets more as the game goes
Slow
on.
down. What kind of operation is this?
It's called a shop, dear. You're in luck. I find all kinds of stuff as I bounce from point A to point Q. I'm your Choco connection.
That's weird.
So hey, are you ready to head back to Grimoire?
Does this introduce... It does.
Show them yourself, Seraphie! I didn't know it was you!
You had it coming. You know, when you awakened, you should have woke me up too. I don't remember raising you to be such a selfish self-poo.
Well, I don't remember you raising me at all!
Who's this?
Oh, hi. I'm just your adorable local wind pixie, aka Seraphie. My hobbies include gossip mongering and, let's see. Oh, I'm good at hoarding things. Yep,
Hoarding?
hoarding. Why do you think I'm here? You must have tons of prismariums. More than you can handle, right?
Well, we're still working on it.
Uh-huh. You'll have scads of them before long. You're gonna need a place to unload.
Yeah, they are kind of bulky.
Well, who's got you covered? This pixie right here. Anachrome made me a special prism case that lets me keep all your prismariums safe. Just plonk the ones you don't need in and yoink the ones you do need out. All plonking and yoinking must be performed within the confines of 9 Wood Hills or from an alternate location with a suitably strong connection. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions may apply.
Okay.
I'm not sure I caught every single word, but I guess I agree.
Oh yeah, this prismarium belongs to one of my tribe. Treat it with the same boundless love and affection you feel for me.
Okay.
Seraphie's kind of a special case.
Yeah, so Seraphie will occasionally pop up. She'll also have items on her head sometimes. Also, the Seraphon. So she gives you an item that lets her basically call you from everywhere. Otherwise, you have to use her. You can only contact her from save points. But it breaks after a single use, and then you'd have to buy another one from her. Well, she does give you a sylph, which is nice of her. I'm gonna keep the names as default for the moment, for now anyway, because I think so. Yeah, so she'll be here, and she has an item on her head already, which is weird. You know, usually.
A little heads up there. The prism case can only hold so much, so watch your capacity. Because if you let the case overflow then, let's just say nothing at all, because I don't want to scare you. You here to...
Yeah, so the prism case is just you can store stuff inside stuff into it. You can also transfigure. Chocobo can change 4 different times. So I can't remember. There's a way to trigger her talking about what's on her head. Oh, here we go.
Hey, Seraphie. You seem to have something sitting on your head there. What's the deal with that?
Huh? How did that get there?
You didn't even notice?
Oh boy, what a doofus.
Have you checked your head?
How did that get there?
Ha ha ha! Oh boy, what a doofus.
Both of you are doofuses.
No, there's two of them.
Hey, the word is doofy. Here, I'm giving you this, so let's just move on.
Thank you. But what is this for?
The truth is, I haven't the foggiest. I guess when I go out for a walk, stuff just finds its way onto my head. Well, from now on, whenever you see some thingamabob parked on my noodle, you just go ahead and help yourselves.
So that's how we get free ether. So yeah, she gets random items, and I'm actually not too sure if it's random or if they're just items that she gets specifically at certain points.
Anyway, I think you should be able to manage on your own from here.
You mean you're the leaving us?
Yes, you handle things now.
Oh, okay. I will.
It's cool. I'll lock this place down tighter than a Marlboro's bottle of mouthwash. That's a Seraphy guarantee.
But where are you going now? Oh, well, somewhere
What
else,
do you
of course.
mean?
Yeah, that's not exactly very helpful.
Some
Look, we really need to ask you so many things.
No, you'll figure it out. I can't do everything for you now.
Everything? But you've barely done anything.
Besides, every world has its own rules. Like water dousing fire, and light banishing darkness.
I think that's just called science.
Well, I designed mine to be so completely unbreakable that even I can't undo them.
Undo what?
The rules.
You're bad at explaining.
You're saying you can't help because that violates the rules of the world or something?
Exactly.
But why is that? I mean, come on. Just who do you think you are?
Me? Oh, well, I'm God.
Yep. That kind of just.
hasta la vista.
She's gone.
Dude.
I guess we can't necessarily rule it out, but for somebody calling the cosmic shots, she seems kind of sub-benevolent.
Well, that's Anna Crow for you, so get used to it.
So, she really is God?
Beats me. Anna Crow is Anna Crow, wouldn't you say?
Pretty the much.
Thanks for clearing it up.
Yeah, you can speed stuff up. I probably won't be speeding up the cutscenes, but I'll use it in battle because it's so slow. So some of dealing with that stuff's like slow and annoying. Yep. All right. Back to Grimoire. Back to Wellspring Woods. Thankfully, when we go back, we can. Yeah, you can change leaders anytime, so that's who you start the battle with. So.
Well, that certainly cost us a chunk of time.
And whose fault is that?
Oh, yeah, I want names.
Woo. And so the random battles begin. So yes, as it's telling us, you can speed up the battle, or you can auto battle. Auto battle is really only kind of used when you're grinding, because they just repeat the same action, pretty much. So what I want to do is abilities, Libra, Moo. Let's see. So this one is the same as the other one. So most of the ones at the start are going to be like physical attacks. You just attack it once and it goes. You can imprison it straight away. Speed this up because the battle is actually fairly slow. Imprison.
No, don't leave.
No trouble at all.
Predictable.
So as you probably know, so even if one of the creatures aren't, one of the monsters aren't in battle, they'll still gain XP if they're in your immediate thing. If they're in the prism case, they won't. And you don't get any money if you beat them, if you capture them, which is not fun. This is Moo, which translates to nothing. So its name is nothing. XP. This basically just explains what I just said. But if you want to have a look at it, you can pause the video and have a look. Let's go. Because we don't have a prism for the chocobo, it won't pick up the. It won't gain prism immunity.
That was a good fight.
I'm pretty sure there's dialogue for when he goes near this again.
Lon, don't touch it this time.
I know. But could we see all this stuff before?
Now that you fought that thing the once, you can see all its information. And if you happen to know some Libra magic, you can peep at its data before you even jump in. Very good thing to keep in the mind.
Got it.
Yep, very good thing to keep in the mind, Lon.
Why are you repeating it? And just for my sake?
Even Tama knows he's an idiot. I'm pretty sure the only creatures you can find out here are these. Yeah.
Victory!
Right. Well, let's exit this area and go out into the wider world. Oh, here's the anime opening. Yep, Ultimate.
Chapter 2. Foretold by Prophecy.
Hey, sis, is that a town over there at the end of the bridge?
Yeah, and I don't know why, but something about it takes me back.
And there's a reason it takes you back, and not just because it's you know, they lost their memories. They have vague recollections of stuff. This will probably look familiar to some people who have played other Final Fantasy games. But first, we get to meet one of the more eccentric characters.
So, you think we're supposed to get on?
Absolutely. All the aboard.
Whoa, dude! Oh, hey, sis, let's park it here.
Sure.
Hi.
A black mage and a white mage.
So tiny.
Whoa, pluck my needles. I don't know how long it's been since we've had new passengers. Right, tickets, please.
Yeah, this is the conductor cactuar.
A mirage?
What? It talks?
Oh, I indeedly needly am a mirage. But I'm also the train conductor, so... Tickets, please.
The conductor? All right. If Tama can talk, then why not?
But the train tickets that we need.
Right the here.
Right the hell?
Wow, semi-lifetime passes, eh? Haven't feasted my eyes on one of these in a swell spell. Right then, pleasant journey.
Where did those tickets come from?
In the chromate shore, I was provided with everything we could ever need. Yep.
Okay then.
So why a semi-lifetime pass? And not a lifetime one?
These are the questions that we will never know the answer to, Lan. Anyway, welcome to... I don't actually just tell you where we are straight away. Can't remember.
Oh,
I don't remember if it does tell us where we are straight away. If it doesn't, I'd be surprised, but... Yeah. So this is Cornelia. This is the... Well, this is the town that's reused a lot in Final Fantasy, but this is also the name of the town where
wow. This
the
place
first town in Final
rules.
Fantasy, the original.
It's like something right out of a fantasy.
Hey, Tama, why don't you hitch a ride?
Roger the Dodger.
Pardon.
Huh?
If I may ask, would you be kind enough to tell me what country you hail from?
Oh, us? We're,
Mirage is the Bahamutian army! Bahamu? What's a Bahamu?
Well, the Bahamutian Federation has a whole army of mirages in their employ.
huh? Someone's made a whole army out of them?
Sounds just fine by me. Line them up nice and neat for us, so we can round them up.
Hey, wait up. Lon.
Yeah, Lan's gonna get us in trouble a lot this game. Well, that's ominous.
All right, you Bahamus, what's your beef, huh?
You to make it sound like they're made of beef.
Yeah, Lon. Don't you know what's at stake?
So we have a goblin guard and we have 2 goblins. And we can't capture them currently. So I'm going to speed this up because these battles are slow. Otherwise, abilities... no. The Keeper. We want to scan the Goblin. Yeah, so didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. So tells us that imprisoning doesn't work on them because of the change we saw.
Whoa! What the? What just happened? Why wasn't I able to imprison that mirage?
Didn't you see the light that's surrounding it? That means it's the beholden to another keeper.
The what? B.O.? They smell?
No! What I mean is, the mirage already has another the master. So until you give their boss the old heave the hoe, you won't be able to claim it for yourself.
Yeah, so basically, if they had the right change at the start, they belong to someone else. But because they belong to the Bahamutian Federation, they belong to them, so you can't capture them.
Oh, fire whoever wrote that little hook in.
Lon, Ixnay on the fourth wall stuff.
Science.
Oh, whoops.
Are they Bahamutian soldiers?
But they drove the mirages off for us.
It's just like the prophecy, word for word.
But which one?
Well, we know how it ends.
Please, may I speak with you?
Huh?
Oh, sure.
The two of you. You've traveled here from another world.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. I mean.
Actually, I think you're pretty much spot on. And we're Mirage Keepers too.
Lon, don't tell her.
Why not? Face it, we're too awesome to try and hide it. I'm like exuding all over.
Lon, you don't even know what exude means.
There is someone who would like to have a word with you. Could you possibly stop by Castle Cornelia?
So let's find this Casa Cornelius place. Doesn't Casa mean up? It's gotta be higher up.
Well, you've got the direction correct. Even if the rest of that was completely off the base.
That
Yeah.
woman must be important if she's inviting us to the castle.
Cool. Fine
That
issue.
woman must be important if she's inviting us to the castle.
Yeah, so you have to be a giant to get that. So you just if you just stand up the thing, it gets it. Let's go up here. There's a thing on the ground. Old journalist notes. We want to go in here.
What's up, guys? Nice armor.
Leave them alone, please.
Thank you for coming. Welcome to the Kingdom of Cornelia. I am Princess Sarah.
Wait, you're like a princess?
We had no idea. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry Lon acted like such a royal idiot. Oh, and I'm his older sister, Rain. It's an honor.
Please forgive the ruse. At first I suspected that you might be agents sent here by Bahamut. I was wrong. You stood up bravely against their mirages and kept our town safe. All of Cornelia.
Oh, I wouldn't say we were that brave. Really.
Stop, you're so modest.
Still, the fact of the
Yeah, that's a
matter
bit
is,
weird that
we didn't
it's
do anything
skipping
about
the
that happening.
some of
Yeah,
the
we're more the
talking.
in-standing types.
Huh? I'm pretty sure that in-standing isn't an actual the word.
Oh, forgive me. It's just so hard to believe that you two are the stuff of prophecies.
Prophecies? Oh, that's right.
I think I heard the townsfolk going on about some kind of prophecy too.
Oh, I am sorry. If you will permit me, I will explain it from the beginning. You see, Cornelia is an unfederated state midway up Grimoire.
Unfederated?
Yes. Let me explain that as well. The majority of Grimoire's countries and municipalities have annexed themselves to the Bahamutian Federation under the rule of Brandalis, the Herald King. Cornelia, however, has continued to maintain its sovereignty. The Federation has made attempts to erode this stance countless times, but we have held our ground, and now Bahamut has taken to armed provocation.
You mean like that Mirage attack before?
Yes.
So where does this prophecy factor in?
The Azure Prophecy speaks of a divergence. When time begins its march anew, they shall return as visitors. Giants from the hills of a world not our own. Upon Grimoire, they will wreak two divergent futures. One that brings salvation, and the other ruin, an enigma to confound even the highest mind.
The giants may wreak two futures?
Reek, huh? Oh, man! Tama, this prophecy's about you!
What are you even talking about? There's nothing wrong with the way I smell! You big the dummy!
Well, at least I'm dumber than you!
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm afraid there's just no hope for them. So, the giants from the hills, as in Ninewood Hills? I guess it's one of those believe what you want to things. But yeah, so far, it does seem to match up. Do you mind if I ask you a slightly awkward question? If this federation is really so terrible, why have so many countries agreed to become members?
Most of the Mirages in Grimoire, not all, but certainly most of them, are now firmly under the Federation's control. With such a powerful army behind them, citizens can go about their lives without fearing the Mirages that still roam free.
Dude, they control that many Mirages? Seriously?
Yes! Dude.
Whoa.
King Brandalis' herald lieutenants, known as Sigwaldus and Pellinor, command all of Grimoire.
Lana's gonna get us in so much trouble.
As the famous Queen of the Keepers of ages past.
So there was a Queen of the Keepers? Sounds like she was pretty powerful.
Yes, but that was more than a century ago.
So, sorry for the string of dumb questions, but if the Federation can guarantee that kind of absolute protection, wouldn't it be worthwhile to take them up on their offer?
It may seem wise, but you see, membership in the Federation involves following their laws, an adoption of a heinous creed. It chills me, right to the marrow of my bones.
That bad?
Yes. I beg you, see for yourselves. Once you have done so, well, you will understand.
All right then.
Now then, may I ask what the two of you intend to do next?
Well, whatever's going on out there, the only thing we can do right now is just keep rounding up more Mirages, am I right?
Oh?
Apparently, at one time we commanded a whole legion of them. But somehow, we lost them along with our memories. So, we're hoping by getting the Mirages back, we might stumble on some clues about our past.
That's right. So if Mirages like those goblins are bugging you, we can lay down the smack.
Lay down the what?
I think what he's trying to say is we'll help you out, or at least in the best way we know how.
Oh, wonderful. You have my thanks. Mine and all Cornelia's.
Still, if we're going to be any help, don't you think we need to beef up our arsenal first? 'Cause we can't put up much of a fight without some strong Mirages.
Good point. Princess, do you know of any nearby places where strong Mirages live?
Certainly. If you travel to the northeast of Cornelia, you'll find the Nether Nebula, a network of caverns inhabited by many wild Mirages.
Ooh, nice.
Not at all. Savage Mirages have been sighted in the nebula. You may well end up dead.
That's cool.
If you insist upon going, then please take the utmost caution.
He will, Your Highness. Otherwise, he's gonna be extremely sorry.
Wait a minute, why just me? What did I do?
Points at points at Rift. It's like, you remember this? Lance really is a bit of an idiot, and it takes him a while to catch on to stuff, even
It looks like we'll need to wind our way down to reach the exit.
later in the game.
Seems that way. What a funny way to build a town.
Oh, it's not that strange to the people of Grimoire. Hey, while we're here, why don't we ask around town and to see what we can find out?
Alright, so I actually want to go back in here. 2 reasons. One, because there's 2 things here you kind of don't notice unless you're, playing for a couple times and you know your kind of thing. So this here is one of the big screen is a screenshot from Final Fantasy 1. The 4 characters there are the 4 heroes of light, and the castle is Cornelia. Princess Sarah is also the name of the character, the princess in that game who gets kidnapped at the very start. See, I think there's, I can't remember if you were able to get stuff there. You can't. Also, the music is from the original, is the Final Fantasy music from the original game as well. So it's neat. Right, so talk to some random characters.
Well, as I live and breathe, I've been around for quite a long time, but I've never in my life seen a giant who wasn't part of the Bahamutian army.
She has a live fish on her head. What, woman, why do you have a live fish on your head? Why? Let's see,
Now, quit racing about before you trip and break your neck.
he also has a fish on his head.
Cooperated with other powerful countries, those Federation goons probably wouldn't attack us anymore. Come to think of it, our neighbors in Saronia also stand against the Federation. And again, if we join forces with another country, we'd just become even more obvious targets. Makes it tough for the princess to reach out. I wonder if there aren't any powerful countries or organizations out there that we could ask for help.
So the giants from the hills weren't just a legend after all. Wowzers! That would mean, according to the prophecy, who cares about prophecies? The important thing is, wowzers!
The minimap placement is bugging me. The more you stare at it, the worse it gets. Alright, so, mini quest.
Oh, say, you wouldn't happen to be the giants from the hills by any chance, would you? You see, there's a situation I'm dealing with where I could really use your assistance, since you must know Mirages so well. Could I trouble you to please bring me an Earth Hammer? If you could, I would...
So it's a mini venture. It's a random name they have for side quests, but it's called a mini venture. Best helm in the realm, so we need to give him an item. We don't have a Earth Hammer at the moment, so I'll have to go there. I take it for characters, valid for 1 semi-lifetime. I don't know what a semi-lifetime is. No one seems to know.
I knew it! If I became a giant, could I make myself big or small too?
Many people who stand opposed to the Federation have abandoned their hometowns and fled here to Cornelia. Do you think that could be the reason that the Bahamutian army has become so much more aggressive lately?
Huh? What's this thing?
Oh, I was hoping a path might link thee up here.
Hey, Tama!
Wait up!
So basically it's just a gate back to the 91 Hills.
We're back in Ninewood Hills?
You see, the gate here doesn't connect to just the area. All throughout Grimoire, you'll find places. Save the locations that lead back here. open the way to come and go as you please.
And how exactly do we do that?
You already saw. Just walk up to the right place, and that's all it takes.
But surely a means of transportation that handy must come with a catch?
Know the catch! You can use the gate as little or much as you like. What's more, time in here and time in Grimoire, they don't both flow at the same speed. So whatever crisis is going down, you can put it on hold and kick back here till you're ready.
Whoa! It's like magic!
Yeah, really irresponsible magic.
Just imagine revisiting any place we've been. We'll call it the Super Porta Party.
Are you kidding? That name definitely gets an F.
He deserves an H.
An H? But grades only go down to F.
Extra, extra. Read all about it.
What do you want here, Seraphie?
In case you're wondering, you can use the prism case anywhere you find one of these gates.
Oh, I think I get it now. Gates are what you meant when you talked about a strong connection.
Huh? Oh, right. That's the gist of it.
Yeah, so basically gates are just like ways to get back to the hub world, and you can also use them to talk to Seraphie to get stuff out of the prism case. We won't need that.
To the Nether Nebula.
Chocobo feathers! You scared me! You're not with the Bahamutian army, are you? You see, the Bahamutian soldiers are all giants like you.
There's a choco chicken thing. So save crystals. Straightforward. Save crystals. So save that there, and I think that will be it for today. We've gotten to the first town. We're going to set out to the Nether Nebula next time, and hopefully we'll see what's going on then. So thank you very much for watching.